Hello there. It's Audrey from Odds and Ends, and welcome to Tarot Tuesday. It's October 1st. Hope you're enjoying this autumn so far. I'm not enjoying it yet because Las Vegas has decided that it still wants to be in the hundreds. And it's looking like maybe by the 13th I can finally turn off my air conditioning for the year. This is ridiculous, and my power bills are running over $300 a month, and it's just absolutely insane. Actually, it's probably more than that. I pay equal pay, and I pay like $225 a month equal pay, and because it's been on so long that next year I'll probably end up paying more than $225 a month. But I think my actual usage is somewhere between $300 and $400 a month this summer since May. And we didn't have a monsoon, so we had no break in the weather, and it just sucks. But in 2 weeks, I will live in the most beautiful, wonderful weather place in the world, and I won't have anything to complain about until next May. Since we don't have real winters here, I mean, occasionally we might get a snow or we'll get ice, but it doesn't get too terribly cold. A light winter jacket, and I can wear my Doc Martens. And I can wear flannel, and that's winter here, so I won't have anything to complain about. But right now I'm complaining. So today's tarot adventure brings us to the Adventure Tarot. And the reason I picked up this particular one, well, first of all, my husband bought it for me. He worked an odd job, and anytime he has some extra money and we go to the bookstore, he buys me a tarot deck. So we were looking at them together, and of course, since we're Volkswagen people, we picked up this one. And now I have to say, I kind of wish there was more Volkswagens in the book, but this is more of an outside journey. She just gets to where she's going in this Volkswagen bus. So it's a road trip inspired deck for self-discovery and belonging. Author is Elizabeth Sue with an S. Artwork is by Jenny Chang, and it's sturdy box with the holes. The back says, the Adventure Tarot is the fun intersectional deck where we've all been waiting for. The first of its kind, this road trip inspired tarot deck from Elizabeth Sue celebrates the Asian American experience and invites women everywhere to join her on a beautiful journey of self-discovery, acceptance, and belonging. With gorgeous illustrations by artist Jenny Chang, the 78 deck brings fresh interpretations, iconic landscapes, and a guidebook filled with best friend advice to take you on an epic adventure inside and out. If you're excited to connect with your intuition and find out who you are beneath who the world told you to be, then pull your first card and let's hit the road together. And I really do like I have peeked at it. I do like the book. So here, cards are gilded, a dull gold. The back is just like a kind of a Aurora Borealis kind of design. Okay, and we're going to start this way. Okay. I'll just pull one card at a time. Okay, we have the Fool, a girl in her Volkswagen. The Magician. The High Priestess. The Empress. The Emperor. Hierophant. I can never remember how to pronounce that word. The Lovers. The Chariot. Strength. The Hermit. Not shiny, pretty good cardstock, heavier. Wheel of Fortune. I do like the compass for that. Justice. She looks like she's on two boats. The Acrobat. Death. I do think fire is a good death card. Temperance. The Devil is represented by a snake. The Tower is lightning and a mountain peak. Star. Moon. The Sun. Judgment. And the World. Okay. Go through. Okay, we have the Ace of Wands. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And they've changed up the higher cards to Scout, Backpacker, Explorer, and Guide. And each one of the different suits is a different color. So we have like a pink, and this, the cups are blue. 1, ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Scout, Backpacker, Explorer, and Guide. And these the cards had to be cracked a little bit because when they gilded them, they must not have ever separated them. So I broke them all apart, and none of them stuck together, but I had to bend them a little bit in order to break that seal. Got the Ace of Swords, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, the Scout, Backpacker, Explorer, and Guide. And Last but not least, Ace of Pentacles, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, backpacker, do they stick? Scout, backpacker, explorer, and guide. All of Pentacles. Now, I wasn't sure what to expect, and I always pick up a deck I've never seen before. So, the Adventure Tarot. The book is good size, no color, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. If you're too excited, trust me, I get it. Go ahead and skip to the fun part of playing with the cards. Maybe wash your hands, give the card a quick smudge, or spritz something yummy in the air first. It's always nice to greet your cards from a fresh place. If you think you can wait, there are a couple things I'd like to tell you about the deck. Let intuition lead the way. In my experience, the less I have to rely on a tarot guidebook, the better. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are lots of great nuggets of wisdom packed inside this guidebook, but we've decided to design the cards to be as intuitive as possible so you can focus your energy on tapping into the symbolism instead of flipping through a million pages trying to figure out what the heck you're looking at. For example, each suit in the minor has a primary color palette and landscape features that correspond to the element it embodies. The majors has its own recognizable vibe. Nature imagery is deliberately used throughout the deck to draw out the emotions of each card and access the universal wisdom we all have living in our natural world. Let me give you a lay of the land. Okay. Get ready for some fresh interpretations. I don't believe that tarot is a place for fear, shame, and or guilt, so we put a lot of that care in infusing compassion into every card. The hope is that none of them leaves you feeling yucky. Also, to help anchor you in these fresh interpretations, we've assigned each card an essence or a loose theme to think about as you work with it. And in place of a warning for when the card is reversed, we indicated what card is releasing to offer a gentler approach for examining what lurks in the shadows. The Adventurer Tarot is all about illuminating aspects of yourself or a situation that yearns for attention. It is not fortune telling. While I trust that the cards always have some important to say, we are co-creating with the universe every second of every day, so nothing is set in stone. We have free will, choices, power over our own destiny. And don't worry about reversals. I purposely do not provide any guidance about how a card might have different message if it's drawn upside down or reversed, because I'll be real with you. Reversals confuse the shit out of me. I feel like it's a big accomplishment if I can just nail down one set of interpretations, so introducing a whole new framework kind of makes me want to poke my eyeballs out. However, if reversals are your jam, feel free to focus on the releasing words or allow your intuition to guide you to an interpretation of the reverse card that makes sense to you in this context. Otherwise, you have my permission to forget about them. Okay, take what resonates and leave the rest. It is very important to me that you know that I do not have all the answers. Everything I share in the guidebook is written through my own lens of the world, lessons from my lived experience. It is not truth with a capital T. If something resonates, wonderful. If it doesn't, you choose to toss it in the garbage. I'm celebrating that too. The entire mission of this deck is to help you connect with you. I honor and trust all of your individual journeys. And then we have sample spreads and wisdom from the cards. The 4 cards are season spreads. And then we have here, and we're just going to pick a card out. 8 of Wands. They're surfing. The essence is ease, releasing is effort. Follow the ease. The 8 of Wands greets us with a nudge to take note of where we're being intuitively led. What feels fun and easy? What are we excited to work on? What are we naturally spending our energy? These are all clues that indicate what's aligned for us at any given moment. The mind can trip us up by trying to force us to follow through with something just because. So thank goodness the 8 of Wands is here to say, you don't have to do anything you don't want to. If something's feeling like too much, look away to make it easier. If you're overlooked with ideas, go with the one that carries the most energy. If you're feeling stuck, back away until you find a flow again. The medicine of the 8 of Wands is to stop pushing yourself. You may not always logically understand why you're being pushed in a certain direction, and that's okay. Your job is just to listen for the nudges, ride the wave, and trust the process. So I like, what these have to say. I mean, the Tower, well, fuck. Something has turned your world completely upside down, and now you're left to pick up the pieces. The Tower comes a-knocking to clue us in the systems that are dismantling. Bodies that are remembering, relationships that are severing, and truth that needs sharing. For many of us, with the rise of the anti-Asian hate crimes, it was all of a sudden the suffering of our people that had been lingering dormant in our bodies, in our cellular memory, awakened. As if generations of cultural amnesia were wearing off, thawing, exposing things we didn't want to see, memories we didn't want to remember. Well, there's nothing gentle about the Tower card. It does ask us to have reverence for the process, to cycle through whatever emotions are arising, layer of sadness, disillusionment, anger, grief, helplessness, and disgust without judgment. This card brings in it a sense of resistance, the ability to overcome adversity and fight back when faced with criticism. In the moments that feel achingly hard, the medicine of the Tower is that the universe never gives us a lesson we can't handle. The essence is awakening, the releasing is sugarcoating. So, well, I can see just in that card, there is some Asian elements of this, but honestly, I think this deck works for all cultures, and I do like getting decks from different cultures because I truly believe in learning from everyone. And as you know, I do love Asian decor, and I thought this deck would be fun and something different. And I do like the wisdom in it. I think I'm gonna have fun with this one, and it's a good size, not overly. They are a little thicker, but they're heavier, and I like the gold, and I think it's gonna be fun. So thanks for listening. I know it was a long one, but have a wonderful Tuesday, guys, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.